Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to show you what is query tag, how to use query tags in Snowflake. Query tag is a Snowflake parameter that can be quite useful later on when searching in the query history view. That means if you have a lot of queries and if you use the query tag for your session or account level or user level, then you can search the what are the queries you have executed by session level or account level or user level. As you all know that the parameter Snowflake provides the parameters that let you control the behavior of your account, individual user sessions and objects. So why you are going to use these parameters? Parameters will help us to control the behavior of our account, individual user sessions and objects. All these parameters have default values which can be set and then overridden at different levels depending on the parameter type. Here parameter type could be account, session or object. So this query tag type is the session and can be set for account level also. You can set user level, default is this session. Data type string up to 2000 characters we can use the query tag for your queries. Description is nothing but here what is the query tag. Optional string, this is a string that can be used to tag queries and other SQL statement executed within session. So where you execute this query tag inside your session. So it's nothing but a string. Before executing any query, you can set that what value you want. These tags are displayed in the output of query history and query underscore history by functions. These are the table functions. If you want to retrieve all the queries which have been executed, so by using these table functions, we will get to know. So while querying queries from query underscore history table, you can use the whatever you have set the query tag. With that value, you can filter out the rows from these query underscore history table functions. Default none. If you don't set any value, default would be null value at the account level or user level or session level. See, here is the how we are going to set the query tag and unset the query tag. If you see, these are the three statements where you can set your query tag. So to set the query tag account level, you have to use the alter account name, set query tag equal to whatever you want, string up to 2000 characters you can give it. So please note that in Snowflake we have a organizations concept. Within the organization we may have a more than one account. So in that case, if you want to set this query tag in each account level, then you can use this account level. And if you want to set this query tag at user level within the account, you want to set your own query tag for your particular user, then alter user name set and keyword is the query tag and whatever that string you want. And you want to override and you want session level irrespective of account, irrespective of user level, you want to set the session level. So alter session set query tag is equal to your tag name. And if you don't want this one unset, then you can use the simply unset and query tag is the keyword. That's all. Alter account name, unset query tag, alter username, unset query tag, alter session, unset query tag. So this is the how we are going to set and unset the query tag at different level. Now how we are going to see the query tag? If you see in web UI we have a history page, okay, or history tab. So if you go to history, then you will get all the session details. In that session details we have a columns like session ID, start time, like that we have a one column called query tag. Another query tag, if you execute any queries or select statements by using the query tag, then you will see the whatever that string you have set at account level or user level or session level. These are the things. And if you see query tags are displayed in the output of the query history. As I said that query history or query history by, here by means by session, by user, like that. You can also see the tables. This is the one of the table, select star from table information underscore schema dot query history order by start time. So that one of that column here, you will see the query tag is the one of the column. Then you will see whatever that value you are going to set, that one you will get. And also you can use the query tag as part of your filter condition also here. Okay, by using all these three combinations. Now let's see same in action. Yeah, here I am using the account admin role, and the database is DemoDB. Database is not required to set this one, but anyhow, see I am using the current here. My user is current user, this one, Chris94. Okay, now I am going to see the query tag. How you are going to see whether that value has been set or not? By using the show parameters like, and whatever that parameter name is, the here we are talking about the query tag, so that you can search with the particular parameter, because Snowflake is providing more than, I mean, multiple parameters. Okay, one of that parameter is the query tag. So show parameters like your parameter name. So here if you see, if you don't mention anything, that is the session level. Now whether is there any parameter as, I mean, query tag parameter has been set for this session. Query tag string, so there is no default value or default value, there is no. That means if you execute any query, that query will execute without any query tag. And if you want to see the user level, just use this one, show parameters like query tag in user. Just you have to use the in user, then it will show the, if any query tag has been set, then it will show. Here also value and default is null, and if you see here level, so it will tell you the at which level you have set the query tab. Now this is the account level. If you want to set the account level, then in account, so this is the one query tag, there is no. Now what I am going to do, let me execute this query tag without setting. Okay, just not query, this is the simple query, select query 1. So this is the my output here, query 1. Now I am going to history tab, and I will show you the latest. Okay, if you refresh here, you will see queries over. Let me zoom in. Yeah, if you see what I have used the, let me refresh this one. I would see, yeah, query 1. So query 1, if you see here, query tag is empty because we haven't set query tag any level, like account level or session level or user level. Now what I am going to do, let me go to here. I am going to set the query tag at account level. Alter account name you can get it from here as part of your URL. Set query tag is equal to my first account level query tag. This could be any string, any valid string. So execute this one. After that, so statement executed successfully. Now you see, so parameters like query tag in account, because we have set the account level. So query tag is the key, and here earlier it was empty. Now the value is whatever I have said, that one default not, empty, and the level is the account level, because we have set this account level. Now I am going to execute any query. Okay, from here if you see, select query from account. So account comma current user. Okay, current underscore user. So I executed the query. Now let me go to again history page, and let me refresh it here. Yeah, this is the my query just now. I executed this one. Now if you see here, whatever that query tag is there, no? So I have set the query tag value as the my first account level query tag. Now what I am going to do, let me switch to another, let me log into another user. Here I already logged in another. If you see here, I already logged into another user. Okay, if you see here, user2 is there, and show parameters in account level, because we have set the account level, so we would see the same one. Other two we haven't set session level. Here for this session we have only query tag account level only. There is no session level, there is no user level. Now what I am going to do, I am going to execute the one of the query. This query has executed executed. Let me execute this one from user2. So query has been executed. Now if you go to history from here also, you see query tag is there. We one time account level, we can, if you set account level, then for all the users, for all the sessions, you will get the same query tag. Now let me go back to my previous one. Now what I am going to do, I am going to alter the current user. So current user is the Chris 94. So alter user, set query tag my first user level query tag. Now I'm going to override the account level. So this one users, sorry, yeah, statement executed successfully. Now what I'm going to do, let me execute this one. So parameters like query tag in user. Okay, here my first user level query tag, here level is the user is there. Okay, now I am going to execute the another query, simple query, select query from the user. What is the user? Chris 94, or you can use the current user also, no problem. This is just simple query. Now I am going to history tab. Let me refresh over here. Then yeah, this is the query which just now executed. If you, this time if you see, query tag is different. Query, my first user level, previous one, what is that one? See, first account level, like that. See why this one also, this is also another show parameters is there, one query. So this is also considered as a, after setting only we have executed. That's why here also we see query level only. Okay, this is the one how we are going to set the query tag at user level. Now what I am going to do, let me set the session level. Okay, alter session, set query tag is equal to my first session level query tag. Okay, here. So statement executed successfully. Show parameters like, this is the one. Okay, to display this one here, session level, because we have overridden account level, user level, and finally current value is the session level for this sheet, this worksheet. So if you execute the another query, this is already one query, and also I am going to execute the another query, select query. So total we have yeah, we have executed two queries from this session by using the session query tag. So if you go to history tag, now here these are the two latest queries which we have query from session and show parameters like query tag. So these are tags. If you see this one, session tag, and this is also session tag. So like that, if you want to segregate your queries, so what is the advantage of using this query? Suppose in your production environment, assume that you have one issue, so that to fix or to check that issue, you may use the some set of queries. So the set of queries, as part of your analysis, you want to group all the queries related to that issue only. In that case, before executing any queries, then just set the query for your session, query tag for your session, and then execute all the queries, and you can inform to these are the queries related to this issue. When you are going to hand over to any other person in the next shift or something like that, then for him it would be very easy to go through all the queries which you have executed. So this is the one of the reason or one of the usage where you can use this query tag. Now what I am going to see, let me unset the query. You can use the by unset, alter account name, unset query tag. Simple, you can unset this query. So now account level there is no query tag. Suppose if you want to unset the user level, just you can use the user level, like statement executed successfully. If you want to alter session set unset, just session level also, like that you can. So this is the how we are going to unset. Now as I said that we have a table, query history table, by using the history table. So if you execute this query history, it will give the first 100 rows, all the 100 rows. To execute these queries, the user, I mean role, okay, monitor role has been assigned to your current role. Monitor privilege has been assigned to your current role, so that you can execute the query underscore history. If you see here, one of the column, like we have a query tag here, whatever that, okay, few queries I have executed without query tag, few queries I executed with query tags. So you can use this one, okay, this column. And this is also another table function by user level. If you want to only user level queries, only particular user, so current user is the Chris94, whatever that output, the output would be all queries are executed from this username. If you see here, username is the Chris94 only. If you want to see the queries which have been executed from this current session, then by session query underscore history. Please note that these are all are there in the these tables functions are there in the information underscore schema. I am okay. Now these queries only related to this session. Okay, this is the how. And also you can use this query tag column as part of the filter also. Suppose as I said that if you want to look for particular issue related queries, okay, as part of the analysis, this is the 10 queries related to this issue. So in that case, if I want to see all the queries at a time, then you can use that query tag, okay, as part of your where class, then you will get the all the queries. Yeah, that's all from this video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, click bell icon for more notifications, like it and share it to your friends. Thank you once again.